What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing out there? What's up? So Shedeur Sanders is getting treated worse than Bronny James. Why is he getting treated like he's the Bronny James of quarterbacks? Maybe because his daddy didn't cross the line and wanted to line himself as an NFL head coach. Maybe nepotism. If Dion had agreed to coach a team, maybe they would have done a tie-in like LeBron with the Lakers. You might think this is crazy and far-fetched, but then again, I gotta ask yourself. They sure were pushing Deion Sanders to leave college football. They want him out of Colorado. They want him to come to the NFL. Paul Feinburn, whatever that Turkish name is, all on them ESPN streets saying, I think Deion Sanders would make a great NFL head coach. Because they don't want him to dominate in college. So Shedeur is paying the price. Got undrafted. Nobody would touch him. Now, as a quarterback, there's still a stigma if you're a black quarterback out of college. Let's keep it 100. You see the hate that Lamar Jackson got from Bill Polian, and even to this day, they still say you could play a flanker. You know, you're a two-time NFL MVP. They were still debating him, but outwardly. And they'll probably try to act like Patrick Mahomes is a fluke or Jalen Hurts a fluke. You know, even when black quarterbacks win, they still got a double standard. You know, Russell Wilson won. Mahomes got 3 chips, been to 5 Super Bowls. You got to work twice as hard, be twice as good to get half your foot through the door. Mobility. Even though we're in a more mobile era, black quarterback out of college, they still ain't buying you. Now you got a last name. So nepotism's supposed to work, right? So why is Shedeur Sanders getting treated worse than Bronny James? Why can't he get drafted? Why, even if he does get drafted, the insult of what he did in college, why are they doing this to him? I think it's because his daddy didn't cross the line and decide to go with an NFL team. I think there's some facts in that. If Dion was a diva and prima donna like LeBron James and said, I'm going to come to the NFL and you got to bring me and my son and all that, they probably would. They probably would. They probably would. But Dion doesn't want to play games in the NFL. You know, he doesn't want to do that. Now, Shedeur Sanders somehow becomes the 255th pick. You know, there are going to be all kinds of jokes and stories. But this is a bad look, though. They're making him out to be like the Bronny James of college football players. That's what it is. It's an insult. And I just know that if Dion had said, yeah, I'll go to the Giants, or yeah, I'll go to this team, I bet you Shedeur would have been drafted. I bet you cash money. They can do what they want to do. They're going to tell me that the cat ain't cut out to get a early draft pick. You know, the stupidity of people who listen to Mel Kiper's whack, greasy